Short story ideas.
Ugh, we're not even allowed to use that one.
Overdone. What? Filming you eat 4 dozen bananas is not a short story. No, you can't have a hug. Fine. See if Google can inspire me. Not always the best option. Let's see what Kotaku's got on tap.
Hell yeah, Batman! Can't wait for Arkham City. Ideas, ideas, ideas.
Try something you haven't done. In a world where, yeah, you're a regular Don LaFontaine. Let's have some music.
Alright. Back to work.
Must do right.
Yes.
Have you memorized the contents of the envelope?
Yes.
Are you willing to die for this cause?
Yes.
You may need this. Take this if they catch you.
I think someone is following me. What should I do?
Are you still wearing the same clothes?
Yes.
Then change
Yes,
them.
ma'am.
You stand out. You need to blend in, just like the people around you.
Yes, ma'am.
know what you've got. Don't you worry about that. Just know that I'm getting closer. I have you in my sights. That's a nice hokey sweatshirt you've got on. You should have gone with Radford University. Hey, I told you I always get my man.
What are the 11 herbs and spices?
I'll never tell you.
Damn you, KFC!
Hi, how you folks doing? Welcome back to another episode of The Art of Storytelling.
Yes, welcome. As many of you may note, this is October, and usually this is the time of the year when people watch scary movies.
You
know, like
probably
Scream,
think
Halloween,
yeah,
that sort of
Halloween,
thing.
yeah.
But we're not gonna do that this time around.
No.
We're gonna break the rules this time, and so we have decided that for this review for October, we are doing Pretty Woman.
Yes, I know that really does break the rules. You were so right, Ben.
Yes.
Okay, that wasn't funny.
Yeah,
Here's the deal, folks. Now, we cannot accurately discuss the theatrical cut of the movie, which, whenever we do a review, I want to go over the theatrical cut. That's the one that was in theaters, that's the one that most people have seen. Problem is, the theatrical cut of the movie wasn't available until the Blu-ray release. It was available on VHS, but it was a VHS player today. We are reviewing the director's cut, which has been widely available since 2000, and is the only available version of the film on DVD. Pretty Woman was directed by Gary Marshall, and Gary Marshall is best known for his television. He created Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, and Mork and Mindy.
yeah, dude.
But as a director, he is best known for Pretty Woman. Although the audience out there might know him best for The Princess Diaries.
Yeah, I'd have to totally agree with that. You know, that's really true.
Pretty Woman is one of those movies that it seems to never die. So let's talk about it. What is Pretty Woman known for today? It is known for its love story.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It's that's probably what most people know it as. Julia Roberts and the male actor
Richard Gere.
Richard Gere
is his
the
name.
relationship between the two of them throughout the whole movie. A rather quirky relationship, to say the least, but
Yeah.
An entertaining one to most audiences.
Oh my gosh, you were right again, Ben. The romance is a little odd, and it doesn't really make that much sense as a romantic movie. Granted, and we'll touch upon this a little bit later, Richard Gere and Julia Roberts have impeccable chemistry together, but the characters don't really. And I feel like the romance element of it, like kind of like this idea that it's a love story, is really forced.
You are spot on. They definitely do have a chemistry with each other, but like, as for a love story, it seems like you said, it seems like it is kind of pushed into it, like that they're trying to make that work. You know, it's like, yeah, it's almost like they really do bond, but I don't know how well they do like the romantic relationship aspect.
Ben, you were right!
As a comedy, you know, it's like it's only okay. You know, just
It's
as a
not that
comedy.
funny.
Yeah.
It really isn't. I mean, the comedy moments they do have are not sarcastic, a little bit of slapstick, and those moments are really funny, but the reality is those comedy moments are few and far between.
Yeah, you are spot on.
Oh my gosh, you were right again, Ben.
Yeah, I really think that the acting in the movie was was really good. I mean, even though the romantic side and even the comedic side of the movie might not have been up to par, I really think that the acting was very well done, especially Julia Roberts, Richard Gere. They really acted well, very well, in fact, as a couple. So yeah, very wonderfully done. So thankfully that wasn't a distraction in the movie. So very nice.
Legit point, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty Woman, I think, is best at something it is not known for. Pretty Woman is not only a good drama, but it's really an investment story. If you really look at the movie, Richard Gere never once, well, he does in one scene, but for a majority of the movie, he doesn't look down on Julia Roberts' character for where she's at, being a prostitute. He invests in her, he gets to know her over the course of the movie, and they grow closer because he's investing in her, and he's making her feel better about herself. He's helping her to believe that she can be someone. Yeah, she doesn't think she's anyone. She doesn't even hold a name at the start of it. When he asks her, what's her name? She says, what do you want it to be? She has completely lost her identity. He helps her regain an identity. And that is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I'd have to totally agree with that, That's really true.
When she goes back to the Blue Banana, after she has been invested in for a while, you really do see how much she has changed. She carries herself differently, she looks completely different. She's a different person.
Yeah, if I had to rate Pretty Woman out of 4 stars, well, even though, as we said, the love story and the comedic side of it were just okay, I would have to say that the actual the investment side of it.
Oh my gosh, you were right again, Ben.
Richard Gere and Julia Roberts, that was a very profound part of the movie.
You are right, my friend.
That was a beautiful side of the story. So I would rank that a 3 out of 4. Very good.
Looking at the movie as an investment story, my rating out of 4 would be a 4. It is not what it is known for. It is probably not what you guys as our audience is expecting. But I think Pretty Woman is one of those unique examples of a secular movie that has a really positive message. It has a lot of negative things here and there, but it's got a very positive message overall and a wonderful investment story that is very rarely rivaled.
Yeah, dude!
This is Front and Center, hosted by the Radford Improv Club. We do this every month, for the most part, every month, on a Saturday night at 8 o'clock, right in this room. So if you're here, you obviously know about it. On entry. So we're gonna get started real quick with Madison Gardner.
Hi, I'm Sarah Goshen reporting here with Mike Jones, the new head coach to Radford University's men's basketball team. Originally from Silver Spring, Maryland, he went to Howard University where he himself played basketball. He graduated in 1990 and went on to have multiple prestigious collegiate jobs with schools such as VCU and University of Georgia.
I'm very excited to have a job here at Radford. It's a great school, and got a lot of good tradition in the basketball program, so very excited to be the head coach here.
You also mentioned you wanted to develop a program for the team that would make them able to successfully compete in the Big South tournaments and to get the championship each year. Now that you have a chance to meet with the players and have gotten some time with them, how positive is your outlook for this upcoming season?
Well, we've had 11 or 12 workouts so far. Today will be the second team workout that we're allowed to have, and I'm very encouraged. We're a very young team, so it's not going to be an overnight sensation. I think it's going to take time for us to build, just because in college basketball it's very difficult to come in as a freshman and really get acclimated to the speed of the game and the strength and athleticism of the players. So it's going to take a while for those freshmen to really understand what it takes to be successful at the collegiate level. But I'm really excited about the talent level, and I'm more excited about their work ethic and their attitude so far.
As the first game is approaching, what are you and your assistant coaches doing to prepare the players for the game against Delaware?
Well, I know a little bit about Delaware. Being in the Colonial Conference last year, we played them, so I'm familiar with their style and their personnel. In order to get the players prepared, though, it's not about them as much as it is about us. We have to implement a brand new system, both offensively and defensively, and we have to teach the players our culture, our personal way of doing things, and that's what the majority of the preparation is going to involve leading up to the Delaware game. As we get closer within a couple of days, then we'll specifically start gearing toward what they do, but for right now it's all about learning how Radford is going to play basketball over the next year.
Well, our first year, we stayed in a little two-person tent. There were 4 of us. My brother, his wife, and his daughter, and we stayed in a little tiny dome the first year. And it rained. It was a really wet year, but it was fun. It felt so good to be at the very beginning of something. Of course, we had no idea how long it would last or how big it would get, but it was a blast to be there that first year.
Year after year after year that I've been coming here, the fun has always been the band that you've never heard of before that you go check out, and it clicks, and it's a lot of fun. You know, last year it was Papadosio and the Pimps of Joy time. Just great bands, and I've seen them a half dozen times since Floyd Fest last year, and every year that has happened. You come here knowing what you're going to get, but you come here for what you don't know you're going to get.
What part do I know most? The last part. When you get there, you're still carrying too much shit with you. And it takes a couple of days for that kind of level to kind of settle, and you grab hold of what's real and what's important. And my favorite part is usually the last part.
This is the first festival I've hit up where I didn't take the schedule and do the highlight thing and plan it out. I'm really just winging it. I don't have a clock, no phones, no watches. You're just with who's around you at the time. You just go with the flow, whatever music you're drawn to at the time.
I think that with Floyd and a lot of festivals that sort of work on a smaller scale, there's just there's a real communal feeling. I saw someone last night, and he sort of waved at me, and I sort of walked towards him because I thought I might know him, but I didn't know him at all, and it turned out he was just being friendly and waving and saying hi, and I saw him twice today, and it's just it's a really cool vibe to the music festival, and it's just such an important gig for musicians now. It's to embrace the festival circuit is really important for any band working right now, and I think the energy, the palpable energy and rhythm of the crowd and the people that come to these festivals is equally as important to the bands. Obviously, it would be rather meaningless without an audience, so it's a really cool place.
First year was great. First year was fantastic. When we came, there weren't that many people, but it was just a real experience. Aaron Neville, what a wonderful person to have in the first year. It's grown. Every year you see new things, which is great. New items, new treats to see. Evolve. In recent years, I've really enjoyed Railroad Earth. I'm glad they're coming back. They're one of my favorites. And it's nice to see the new stages this year. I've gone to vaudeville 3 times. I was on the trapeze yesterday. Got an hour-and-a-half instruction, which was great. It's just a super experience, and I think I'm going to be here for a very long time, many years to come.
Everybody you bump into is your friend. The vibe reminds me of some of the old shakedown streets and the dead shows where you just know that you're among cool people. It's a good place, and the more time goes on, the harder it is to find vibes like that. And it makes me happy to see a younger crowd coming in. When I first came to Floyd Fest, I was among the younger crowd, and now I'm older, and I see much younger kids coming in. It makes me happy.
The music's incredible, and that's the best influence of Floyd Fest right there, is just getting people to come and hang out, be neighbors with people they wouldn't normally be neighbors with. You would never move in these people would never move in next to me in my neighborhood. A bunch of them wouldn't, some of them would. But now we're forced to live in a little community for 4 days, listen to music, and talk about what we like and what we don't like about it. That's very important. That's on a basic level. It's very important. I mean, the kids here, having her here, her experience has been, one of freedom. Being out in the wilderness, not in the city. That's probably, I would say the majority of these people come from an urban environment. I don't know what the demographics are, but a lot of them come from cities.
I came from Baltimore, Maryland. Love the city, but sometimes you got to get out here and do this. Come out into the woods and listen to some music and hang out, I guess. Get out of the city.
Well, okay, so hey, I'm Imelda. Thanks for coming. Just want to welcome you to our campsite right here. We have entered in a decorating competition, and we are the number 2 contestant. And so with all these things happening here, it's a collaborative effort. All I want to say is I'm just so happy to be here. I haven't missed 1 year of this festival. It's my favorite ever, and welcome to Floyd Fest.
The people in general. Yeah. Just seeing the diversity of the festival attendees. That's been the greatest performance that I've seen so far.
And they treat you like gods.
And the staff here has been awesome for months. Very communicative, answered every question, and everybody's been super friendly. They just taken real good care of us, made us feel more special than we already know we are.
They're so hospitable to us.
They've put so much work into this all year long. We show up a day or the day of or a couple days before, and it's just voila. Whereas so many people work all year to make it as good as it is.
Our buddy next door, he came from north of Virginia, and came up from Georgia. People come from all over. It's the right size. It's the right size venue. It's not getting any bigger, hopefully, too much, because it's manageable now. And also, the other thing that's changed the first couple of years, the security was so rough around here. They didn't know what to expect. They thought it was going to be another Woodstock on the Parkway. So the law was everywhere. And it's just, everybody's minding their own
Nobody wants
business.
any trouble, so they figured out there's no need for them to beef up the force.
It's a beautiful feeling to come in with a group of 10,000 people, and as you're walking around, exchanging smiles and waves and everything, and you just feel like there's nobody looking to pick a fight, there's nobody looking to rip you off. You just get that beautiful feeling of like-minded, like-hearted people, and that's the joy of Floyd Fest.
Every Floyd Fest is just so perfect and fun, and we look forward to it all year. This is Kai's first time though, obviously. Yeah, we have aunts, uncles, mom, dad, brother, cousins. I mean, the whole family came, and a bunch of my friends drove up from Charleston this year, so that's really exciting. We have a whole crew.
We come every year.
With my mom and my dad and my son and my nephew.
Yeah.
And my husband. I let him come.
Family style. And they have, child care if your kids are younger and everything. And it's cool. It's really cool.
Youngins are welcome.
This is the best festival for children. It really is. They're old enough, and I let them go, and there's stuff for them in the Children's Universe planned, and they have a great time.
They have the workshop and the arts and crafts tent, and you can do arts and crafts there. And they have the balloon lady, Becky the balloon lady, that makes free balloons for all the kids. And they have the dress-up tent and the salon and stuff. And they have games like tetherball and slip and slide, and they have a sandbox and a pirate ship. It's pretty cool.
This is really great. They have the whole kids universe, which I think is a great opportunity for moms and dads to feel really comfortable about where their kids are. I gotta say that this is by far really very organized, and I feel really comfortable as a parent knowing that my kids are safe. Of course, now that my kids are teenagers, I have a little more freedom than I did when they were younger, and I wish that I'd known about this festival when they were younger, because it would have been a great venue for us to come to. And it's great for us as Floridians because we actually come up and beat the heat. Believe it or not, it's just as hot in Florida, but at nighttime it cools down here, which it doesn't in Florida. So it's nice to be able to come up to the mountains and get a different change of scenery. And it's kind of I think it'll be our family destination every summer now. It's really exciting.
Yeah, children friendly, people friendly. The kids got their own little area. I think it's so safe. People,
And everyone looks out. I mean, everyone looks out for the little kids. They've just
nothing like a bunch of fairies flying around out there. Little kids just dressing up and just carefree.
When I have my grandbabies, I'll be bringing them.
I came to Floyd Fest the first time when I was back in college. I was going to Radford, and a bunch of friends of mine and I came down here. We had a great time. I had to sell hippie memorabilia at a few other festivals around to save up enough money to come to Floyd Fest. When I met my husband, who's now my husband, he seemed a little square.
He was. He was.
Yeah, he was a little square. We actually met in a bar, but because he works for the government and he had a Marine haircut and just seemed not like me, I sort of wondered at times what he even saw in me, because I'm a little wilder, a little bit more of a free spirit, but I thought he had potential. So I figured that if I brought him to Floyd Fest, I could really see what he was made of.
What potential he had, right?
What potential he had. If he could come here, because this festival is a lot about what I'm about. I mean, being outside, I love music. His favorite band was U2. And I'm a deadhead, so I didn't know how that was going to work. Being outside with good music and good friends, and I thought I would see what he was about. Because I figured if he didn't like Floyd Fest, we probably weren't going to make it, because this is a lot about what I do, where I go, and the people that I hang around. It's like personified at Floyd Fest. It'll be 5 years in August we've been married. We've been to Floyd Fest all those years but one, so this is our 5th Floyd Fest together. The first one we came to, we weren't married yet. And he really loved it. We had a great time. We did a lot of dancing out under the stars and had a lot of romantic times. Some of them we don't remember. But when he liked Floyd Fest, I knew that he made the cut. And he showed a side of himself. He let his hair down. And I thought that there must be a reason why he liked a wild girl like me. And I discovered that at Floyd Fest. Medicine Show, and Two-Wop Crew, Papadosio, Pimps and Joy Time. The list goes on and on. There's so many good bands here.
A few names pop out here and there. Papadosio was awesome last night. Got to catch those cats. Ran up to the crazy in the mornings. Big Something was amazing that night. That Global Village is something in the late night, man. Gotta check it out.
Well, I always love Grace Potter. I've seen her a few times and she always puts on a good show, but Yonder Mountain, definitely, I'm excited. I was really stoked when I heard they were playing. And Dirty Dozen, excited about seeing them. Old Crow's always good. I mean, it's a great lineup this year.
I'm excited to see Yonder Mountain.
Yes, I'm very excited to hear.
Old Crow Medicine Show.
Rice, Tony Rice. Trampled by Turtles played a nice set. It was really like these guys have got some steam behind their campaign.
Seen the Carolina Chocolate Drops yesterday. They put on a really good show. I've known about them for years, and I've seen them a lot. And just seeing them yesterday is just like seeing them for the first time.
I'm seeing Cyro Baptista. Was probably the most incredible experience I've ever had.
And that was what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And I would say last year, Yard Dogs Roadshow. That was incredible.
Two-Bob Crew was real good. Yeah, Two-Bob Crew was probably the best so far, and then New Monsoon was probably the next best.
Yeah. Pimps of Joy Time. I'm most excited because I've seen them and because I know they're going to throw down. But we're also excited about seeing a lot of people. I'm really excited about seeing Sean Kuti and lots of people. We love Grace Potter and the Nocturnals.
Railroad Earth. They rocked the house last night. Wish they were playing again tonight. Yeah, really looking forward to both Down at the Buffalo shows this afternoon and then later tonight. So if you ask me that tomorrow, I might change my mind.
And Ella Riot. And Railroad Earth.
Yeah, they're good.
I'm excited to see
haven't-
Turtle Folk.
Peter Rowan didn't play last year, but he's playing this year, so we're really psyched that he's back again. Really pleased to hear some traditional bluegrass music. It's great that he's going to be playing with Tony Rice, and David Grisman's going to be here, so that's really awesome. We're really happy about that. I loved kind of the R&B, soul, funk music in the evening. Like Pimps of Joy Time was really fun, really fun. I love the dance tent. I spent a lot of time in the dance tent. I thought Galen Kapar was a great emerging artist, so I was really happy to hear him play. He was new to me, and I like his music a lot.
Trampled by Turtles was fantastic last night. Old Crow Medicine Show. That's a great one. I saw Two Bob Crew. Really enjoyed that. And it's all just been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Looking forward to Sam Bush, as always. I'm going to try to hit the workshop and then go to him on the main stage also.
It's such a huge lineup this year. You know, Del McCory is going to close the festival. Perfect choice, great bluegrass, but then you get a chance to watch Tony Rice, you know, one of the greatest flat pick bluegrass guitar players ever. And Sam Bush, you know, just magic with a mandolin. David Grisman, you know, 45 years he's been making music, and to see him, you know, you're seeing artists at the highest level of their game and their instrument, and it's just it's phenomenal. So, you know, those guys, New Monsoon from San Francisco, you know, they've got a really cool sound, really good guys. They're a lot of fun, and looking forward to seeing them tonight. And just take a look at who's ever performing at whatever time on whatever stage, and you really can't go wrong.
Taj Mahal, Grace Potter, Old Crow's great. It's a heck of a lineup this year.
There's no such thing as a bad act here. I loved them all. The fact is, I don't really have favorites. I just am so totally in love with all the music that I couldn't pick a favorite.